Good morning, Ricky Tang here, and you find me outside Frasers of Gloucester, and they've kindly let me out on another motorbike. The bike I'll be riding is Suzuki's GSX-8TT. Looking pretty nice. I'm lucked out really, as they say in America, in terms of the weather. It's nice and sunny today. That wasn't the forecast earlier in the week. But before I jump on the Suzuki GSX-8TT, I thought I'd do a little visual comparison between that and my own GSX-8R. So this is not going to be extremely factual, but I'll have a little wander around this bike and the TT, see what's similar, see what's different. So starting at the front here, I'm pretty sure things like the mudguard, braking system, cable routing, all pretty much the same between this one, the TT here. Actually interesting, it's not that interesting, but the orange reflector there, you see it's on the fork on that bike. On this one, it's on the back of the mudguard there. The fairing would hide the reflector. Both bikes ABS, as you would imagine, so Euro 5. The wheels seem identical, so yeah, all the same at the front as far as I can see. So clearly the front plastics here are somewhat different. Much more of a naked bike here with the belly pan and the cowling around the radiator compared to my fully faired machine. And if we look at the handlebar assembly, I've got clip-ons of a sort. They're above the top yoke, bolted onto the top here. You can see on the 8TT we have kind of risers built into the yoke here. Now it just so happens I also have a GSX-8S right here, and you can see that's basically how the TT has been designed, just using the 8S kind of triple clamp section. Switchgear, I'm sure pretty much identical between the bikes. I've added a Meridian cruise control there, but otherwise switchgear, braking system would appear to be identical between the two. If I'm moving too fast, do apologise. I'm a bit hot and sweaty. Do pause the video if you want a closer look at any of the details on the bike. Fuel tank, that's interesting. So yeah, my bike being fully faired has some additional plastic detailing, and essentially it's a completely different tank between the R and the TT. So I will get the fuel capacity of both bikes on the screen for you. If I look back here, which one do you think is the better looker? Now, I've got to admit, I'm very taken with the styling of the TT. The colour scheme, as well as the general styling and the headlamp fairing. Yeah, really stands out as a good looking bike. Okay, what's happening at the back end? If we just compare swing arm, rear wheel, braking assembly on the R and the TT, yeah, I think we can see they're pretty much identical. How about the foot pegs? Looks like the pillion foot peg assembly is the same. Looks like the rider foot peg assembly is the same as well. Yeah, so all looking pretty similar there. I have added an Akrapovic system, kind of road legal one, Euro 5 plus one on mine, but mine did come with the same exhaust essentially as the TT's wearing. Engine, yeah, styling identical. Interesting, they got actually a black finish on the engine cases there. And mine's more of a kind of a gunmetal grey scheme, which is slight contrast to the chassis, to the frame, which I hadn't noticed before. One thing that is interesting is I've fitted a SW Motec rack. I'm wondering if that would fit on the TT. It kind of looks very similar. The subframe looks identical, but the plastics are a slightly different design on the back of the TT compared to my bike. So yeah, I would say that it would fit, but check with SW Motec's website just in case they've released a slightly revised model for their rack there. Don't take my word for it. Do your due diligence. Right, little look from the back. Yeah, nice upright bike style compared to mine. Mine ostensibly looks sportier, but as I'll talk about on the ride, the riding position on my bike is pretty upright. It's not an extreme or particularly aggressive riding position on my bike for sure. Right, I think that's enough wandering around. Well, although I am a bit tired, I think I'll turn the bikes around so the other sides will get into the sun. Give me a minute, I'll be back with you. Yeah, I don't really want to come over all woe is me, but I've run 3 5Ks in 3 days this week, including a park run this morning about an hour ago. So yeah, a little bit out of puff. But anyway, now I do really like the silver and red contrast on my bike. Absolutely lovely. But the yellow red stripes on this TT, along with the black paintwork and the red wheels, especially when they're polished up, make this bike look pretty stunning in the sunshine. Oh, seats. Different design of seat there. We've got a little bit of posh stitching on the side compared to mine. More utilitarian style seat. We've got the cowling on the back of this one, so I can't show you the rear seat because I think the rear seat comes off to fit that cowling. Yeah, and for passenger accommodations, yeah, I think the foot peg to seat height is not too bad, but the seat's pretty small. From a fit and finish point of view, generally these bikes are well built. I can attest to that, having owned this Suzuki for about a year now. The only thing that rankles me a little bit is this hose kind of a protection there, which just ends there with no Jubilee clip, nothing, no finishing. I would have liked that to disappear out of sight there, but it's the same, I'm pretty sure, on my 8R. It's just more hidden there. Just a tiny detail, doesn't really matter to anybody apart from me, I suspect. But I think that's about it, so without further ado, let's get on the TT.